All right, well, what I'm doing today is I have basically taking the world's smallest kill plot and I'm gonna make it bigger, better than ever. And sometimes you need the help of a machine. So I brought in the little mini today, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get crazy. Now this spot is absolutely proven. This little water hole here is where my son Jack shot his biggest buck to date. Last year with the bow, made a great shot. It was incredible. Everything worked out perfectly. The deer only ran 35 yards and fell over dead. Great double lung shot. I've got basically a stand set up about 15 yards behind that water hole, and it's amazing. But if you look, it's just this little hole all the way around here. I am just encased in trees and shrubs, and it's just awful, especially when it comes to self-filming. I want to have a place that I can actually see, and when it gets dark, this place gets really dark. So the deer come in here with plenty of shooting light, but I just can't see them. So I thought, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna cut all this stuff back. I'm gonna spend a bunch of time on the mini machine. We're gonna knock all this buckthorn down, all this crap in and around here, all the overhanging branches. I'm gonna knock it all down. I'm gonna prep the ground. I'm gonna redo the water hole. We're gonna trim the stand. We're gonna grade everything here with the tooth bar bucket, and we're gonna make the world's smallest food plot. But I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I've got only about a month left before the season starts here, but the big boy's back in here and he's bigger and better than ever. So I gotta get prepped, gotta get ready for him, and we've got to make this huntable and filmable. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, but the plan is basically to just start removing everything you see here. So I'm probably gonna jump on the skid steer and start pushing everything underneath the stand, pop the water hole out. I got a bunch of work to do, but this is gonna be kind of cool. And like I said, I think this ground's gonna turn out nice, and if I can get some sunlight in here, I'm gonna get a food plot to grow. So let's get rocking and rolling. Let's make this place awesome. And this branch that I was originally going to cut down just worked out perfectly for a mock scrape. So I left the vine here, and then bam, water hole. I ended up readjusting everything and kind of turning it a little bit, because the deer last year, what they wanted to do was come in straight, and then they're straight on to me. So I just kind of turned it a little bit to see if I could just get them to kind of turn their body a little bit. But then I went ahead, and the other cool thing I did was, I don't know how well this is going to work, but I took the tooth bar and I just roughed up all this soil in and around here, and I'm going to have like the world's smallest food plot. But I'd rather look at a bad food plot than a bunch of dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and put oats and cereal rye down in here, and just a little bit of clover, try to get it to grow. Rake it all in by hand so the birds don't eat it all. And yeah, it's looking really good. I got a nice big shooting area in here, nice flat spot where the water hole is, mock scrape obviously. I'm gonna keep running the camera right here. I haven't decided if I want to go with the cell camera or not. I don't know. I haven't used cell cameras in a couple years, but this is one of those places that just would be dynamite to know, because what they do is they come in midday and drink, and then they go back to bed, and then they'll normally feed for a little bit, and then in the afternoon they'd come in here and drink again. So I don't know, haven't really decided yet, but but got a great spot for it. I'm gonna monitor it for now. So next step is to get up in that stand, start cutting it all back, see what I need to trim, kind of trim a little bit more on the sides, and then go get some water and seed. Well, water holes over there. Obviously, I've got a bunch of trimming to do. This is 1 year of growth on this buckthorn and honeysuckle. Just absolutely nasty. It's grown like 10 feet. But I'm gonna get to cutting. We're gonna open this up and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I got one branch over there I gotta get down, but it's looking really, really good here. And then they'll get in there. I just have to cut a couple of these tall branches and we're in good shape over here. I like it. The soil's all prepped, so I've got a good base, and I'm going to go ahead and plant some 7-card stud. This isn't the greatest soil in the world, but something's going to grow here, and like I was saying earlier, I just don't want to really look at dirt, but I think it's going to work out just great. This plant's 1/4 acre, so I'm going to go ahead and just lay it down heavy, and then I'm going to get to raking. I'm going to rake all of it in, kind of finish it off, and then I've got my water containers, so we're going to go ahead and fill the water hole, get everything going. I can't remember how many gallons this is. I want to say it's like 20, so I might need to do another trip, but I've got 10 gallons with me. That should be able to get me halfway, hopefully, and we'll run back and grab some more. This is obviously a water hole that I'm going to have to continuously fill. I had originally thought maybe I could grade it perfectly to get the water to run off, but this soil is so sandy and there's just no clay in it that it absorbs and goes right through. It really doesn't run on the surface. So we're gonna have to fill this one, but it's gonna be worth it. I think it's gonna work out absolutely perfect. And then what I'm gonna do when I'm all done is go ahead and set up a trail camera, and I'm not gonna come back. I'm just gonna leave this thing be for about 2 weeks, and then we'll check it 2 weeks before season. We'll fill the water hole one more time, and then we're just gonna sit back and wait for the deer season to open. But oh yeah, and then I'll probably put some forehead gland on that little vine scrape that I have there. But let's go ahead and get raking everything in and get this thing looking nice. Just gonna hand broadcast all this stuff in here. Like I said, it's a totally small plot, so no need to get crazy and bring a spreader. All right, now for the test. See how level she is. All right, well, there you have it. It's absolutely perfect. I got it filled up, got 30 gallons of water in there. It's darn near perfect as far as level. Looks really good. It's in the shade, so it's not going to evaporate and, you know, empty out real quick. Got the nice little vine scrape there just to make them, get them interested in coming over here, checking it. I'm going to go ahead and put a trail camera on that tree right there, or that one. Actually, probably that one. I do have one over here. We're going to check that and see if the deer were actually hitting the nasty water that was in there before. But I absolutely love how this turned out. This food plot is going to be okay. I mean, there's just going to be hopefully some wheat and some oats growing in here. There's a lot of seed all over the place, so I'm just going to walk all over it, compact it all down, and then hopefully we get a little rain in the future. But haven't pasted off, I don't know, it's about 18 yards. Stand set up right up there. absolutely a wall, and the only thing you can see is the seat right now. I'll be up there, Jack will be up there, we'll be waiting patiently, and hopefully, like I said, the new redesign works nicely. I think it will, and we're gonna keep this thing monitored. I'm probably gonna stay out of here for a while, at least give it a couple weeks. I'm gonna just watch the camera when I come in here, see who's hitting it, fill it up, and then just basically get out for deer season. And then hopefully they get regular, get in here and start using this more and more. We get a little food to grow, the crops get harvested, bucks do their thing, start hitting that vine scrape, and we'll be in good shape. So anyway, I thought this was kind of fun, and we'll keep eyes on it from here on out, and hopefully we'll shoot a deer over it.